Good day to all our viewers. So today we have with us Dr. Jayaditya, so our proud achiever in the recently conducted AIIMS Endocrinology session in April 2021. So hearty congrats to him. He has secured a national rank of third in the common merit list and rank 7 in the AIIMS merit list. So we are all so proud of you, Dr. Jayaditya. A big congrats to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so
And
much.
your hard work has paid off, and now you are about to get into a premier institute in the country. So what do you feel now?
Obviously, sir, it's a good feeling that I have that the hard work that I had done in this last 1 year has ultimately paid off. And ultimately, I will be able to do my dream branch, that is endocrinology, in one of the premier institutes, that is either AIIMS or PGI, wherever I get in the counseling.
So all the best for your future venture. So Jayaditya, to begin with,
So
for
thank
all
you,
our
sir.
viewers, to tell a bit about yourself, where you are from, where you have completed your MBBS as well as your MD.
I am from Kolkata, West Bengal. I had done my MBBS from Bankura Shamilan Medical College, a town in West Bengal. And after that, I had done my MD from IPGMER, which is one of the top colleges in West Bengal. And I am presently working as a senior resident in the same institute after passing in 2021. And then I had appeared in July INISS exam in April 23rd, and now the results have come, and that's how it is now.
Okay. So at what point in your training that you have made a decision that so this is my choice, I'm going for endocrinology, I'm pursue a career on that. But what point did you make that choice?
So it was very early in my MD days when I was posted in the endocrinology department, and I used to see cases that I grew my fascination for the endocrinology subject. So it was very early in the MD starting period that I took a fascination for the subject and wanted to pursue it as a future career.
Is lucky to have pursued an MD in IPGMR because it has one of the most reputed, as you have already mentioned, head by Dr. Shubhankar Chowdhury. So a
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
lot of research work of international repute has been regularly coming
Yes,
from
sir.
IPGMR, and we all look up the endocrinology department there with great respect. So indeed, he's lucky to have got an
Yes, sir.
opportunity
I'm
to
very
do
lucky
your
in
med.
that.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So how many months posting did you have during your MD days in endocrinology department?
So we official posting is about 1 month, but we have the leisure to go there because the department is very friendly there, and we have the leisure that we can go there anytime and talk to the professors and the other PGT seniors who are there posted for any kind of help regarding, because many patients of endocrinology are also admitted in medicine ward as well. So regarding those clarifications, we can go there anytime with them and discuss the patients. So with those things, our interest with endocrinology grew with me.
Okay. So you have made a decision to become an endocrinologist very early in your MD days. So when did you start a dedicated preparation for endocrinology entrance exams?
First time the endocrinology that that I studied was from Harrison itself. That is the mother book of every medicine person who goes and starts medicine. So from the first time I used to go through the Harrison, but yeah, even after going through Harrison, MCQ pattern of questions is a little bit different. So at the end of third year or in the middle part of my third year residency, I started going through different books, MCQ books, but those were, according to me, were not enough, because the new pattern of questions that are coming up are generally clinical based, and the questions that are there from the MCQ books that we encounter are generally one word type of questions, and the pattern of questions in these competitive exams is gradually changing. So for that, I had to do DocTutorials app, and I had subscribed to the DocTutorials question bank. So from there, I could get an idea of what type of questions they actually ask, and then I could revert back. And from the end part, I used to go through the Williams tables, which has been very useful. So after going through the questions, and I could get an idea of what part were more important and which part I should focus on. That helped me a lot. That was about middle of the third year of my residency that I started it.
Okay. So Jayaditya, you have passed your MD during August 2021. So is this your
Yes.
first crack at INISS, or you had a go at the December part as well?
Sir, I had a go at the December part as well, but I was not lucky maybe because I secured a rank of 8th in the December
Oh,
INISS part, and there were only 6 seats that time, so I had to miss out on that part.
rank 8 means is as good as a topper because you lost it by a whisker, by a question or two. So I think you have already consolidated enough knowledge to be a topper by then. So how did you manage? So you have already gained that knowledge by December last year, and we have to wait till April 2022 for the next exam. So the most crucial part would be the revision. So how did you manage that revision part, that the knowledge you have already gained?
In INISS exam also, there is a part that 50 questions are generally from the endocrinal portion and the 30 questions are from the general medicine portion. So after giving the December exam, I got a bit idea about what type of pattern they give, and because that was the first time INISS was conducted. Before that, PGI and AIIMS used to conduct different exams for their institute. So after going through that, I came to understand that the endocrinology part was very doing fine because I could solve the endocrinology part. The medicine portion was lagging behind because we had to go through that also. Because the 30 question also constituted a chunk of the marks from that. So from that, I had also a subscription for DocTutorials medicine also. So from the question solving, it helped me a lot because going through the whole of medicine in the 4 or 5 months that I got was a tedious part. Apart from that, I had to revise endocrinology. So the revision part that I did was from the tables from Williams and questions that I had from the question bank, because going through the questions gave me a more high yield than the going through topic by topic again. The tables where I revised few times in a month. Every month I used to go through the tables, and the questions and the tests that are there, I used to give it twice a month or every month. I used to give the test, because the test I could see what was lagging in me. Then I could revise that topic. In that way, I used to go through the revision portion for both the endocrinology part and the medicine part as well. So that
Okay.
helped me.
Okay. So many of the aspiring endocrinology students who are still studying in second or third year residence in many colleges would be wanting to know more about the INISS question patterns. So did you change any major change in the pattern? Did you notice any major change in the pattern from the December to the April INISS questions?
So the
So
question pattern was more or less same as December pattern, but both the common factor was that it is mainly clinical oriented questions. Very little questions were there which were one-liners. One-liner
okay.
questions has come down because earlier exams I used to hear from my seniors or the people who had given the exams, there were many one-liner or informative type of questions. But now we have to know the basics, and the conceptual type of questions are more and more coming up. So that is the main thing, because whatever subjects, for example, I did give the exam for endocrinology. For endocrinology, you have to know the concepts of endocrinology, because they will give images and information regarding the case scenario, and then we have to correlate and give the answer, not just that if we mug up or like anything like that. Informative questions we have to know, but those questions are very little in number in these times. And the medicine part that is there in the INISS, that is general medicine. We cannot go through every part of Harrison for INISS because the question number is very little, 28 to 25 questions from general medicine. For that, we can I generally did the question bank, and for through that only informations came up.
Okay. So now the million dollar question. So whenever I interact with a medicine resident who is aspiring for a specialty, the most important question they would have in their mind is the Harrison internal medicine enough to secure a top rank in the INSS exam? Or as you have pointed out, you already mentioned that we have gone through the important tables in Williams endocrinology as a revision. So how high yielding was reading through Williams, or was it just Harrison in the exams?
Harrison covers chunk of the part, but there are topics which are not there in the Harrison. That is the pediatric endocrinology part, which is lacking in the Harrison part. That is the short stature part, the DHD part. Those things are not there in Harrison, which also has about 5 to 10 questions from there. So, and in these competitive exam, 5 to 10 questions matter a lot. So those topics are not covered in Harrison. So for that, we have to go through Williams, at least the tables and the conceptual part as well, because the pediatric endocrinology.
A point well made, Jayaditya. I think that is where the major role of doc tutorials come into the fore, because
Yes, sir.
we have because it is not possible for a medicine resident who has just passed out or is about to finish his residency to complete the specialty book, be it Bradley neurology or Williams endocrinology. It is virtually impossible. So that is how those faculties in the doc tutorials have carved out the high yielding areas from the specialty books, and they have made into conceptual based questions, and they have incorporated into their lectures, so that a student who doesn't have ample time to go through all these specialty textbooks can have all these important points in the nutshell, so that they are not losing out on any important points. So I think you have
Yes, sir.
subscribed to DocTutorials, the Elite test series, as well as the both the medicine and endocrinology part. So
Yes,
how did
yes.
it go in the INISS test series?
So in the INISS mock tests that were conducted in two mock tests were conducted before the exam. So in one I was third and in one I was first. So I got a confidence from that as well, because preparation matters, but the confidence should also be there, because without the confidence we cannot go forward. So that gave me a confidence that yeah, I can go there and I can do well as well. So that mattered a lot. And the questions were more or less the standard of question that was there in the DocTutorials mock test. The final exam also had a similar type of standard was set there. So, and the pattern was also similar. The question, medicine question and the endocrinology question that was there in the DocTutorials mock test, and the INISS main exam was also similar kind of thing. So that helped me a lot. And one more thing that I want to tell about Karthik sir is that in this INISS pattern of tests, after the theory part, there is an interview part as well. Before the interview, sir took 3 sessions with us, and sir had a rigorous 3 hour session with us, and we could ask anything and everything about endocrinology and any doubt that we had. And that was really helpful in the interview. Sir, thank you, sir. Thank you for that.
So I was actually coming into that, the interview part. Okay, we will get into that later. So again, whatever Dr. Jayaditya told is testament to the fact that so he has achieved a digit rank in the INISS mock test, and he indeed has achieved a digit rank in the final exams when it mattered the most. So this has been the trend with most of the other toppers, because in our grand test, all the ones who secured the digit ranks have got into this INISS top interview list, and they have secured the digit ranks as well. So that exactly mirrors the level of questions, and all the top students in the country, they subscribe to talk tutorials. So you will have a clear idea regarding where we stand. So which are areas that you need to improve and all. So again, the point that we have just made. So once we got selected into the interview, so we had, as we have mentioned, we had a few sessions discussing the important areas where they are likely to put a question on. So did that help you in the interview, final interview, and how did it go?
Yes, sir. Because the questions, because I didn't have a previous experience of how I interview in a central institute goes. So how to answer questions, how to answer what actually the examiner or the interviewer wants, I didn't have an idea. So actually, you had prepared us regarding how to approach a question that the interviewer asked. So that was very helpful to how to approach and how to go through and not go fast or anything. Just one word answers won't do. You had explained that we should always start from clinical point of view. So that helped, because I was asked how to differentiate a thyroglossal cyst and a thyroid nodule. So you had already mentioned that we should always start from clinical point of view. That helped a lot in the question, answering the questions as well. So that helped a lot. The
So
sessions that I had. Yes, sir.
glad to hear that, Dr. Jayaditya.
Yes, sir.
And you've given the NEET SS exam also, right, in the January.
Yes,
And
yes,
what was
yes,
your
yes.
rank?
So it was not so good, because I had got a NEET SS rank of endocrinology of 100. So I
So
had lacked.
yeah, I wanted, because the next NEET SS will be coming in 2 months' time. So that will be the immediate exam that all these endocrinology aspirants will be looking forward to. So
Yes, yes.
what changing strategy should they adopt while transferring from INISS to NEET SS? What is your advice to them?
Next pattern that is coming up is, as per the MB notification, it is will be a universal type of question. There will be 150 questions from medicine. So that will be a major shift in pattern of preparation, because INISS we generally focus on the endocrinology part more. In details, we have to go through the pediatric endocrinology from Williams as well. So that is a different type of preparation. But for the NEET SS pattern, we generally have to go all the topics from Harrison, I guess, because we cannot go in details in each topic with each super specialty book. It is not possible to go through Bradley or Kelly or Schlesinger for all of these specialties. So for that, I think the medicine Harrison is good enough to go through, because we cannot manage everything from the super specialty book. In that aspect, the questions, the DocTutorials already has started medicine grand test that is given. I had given one test from that before the exams came up. So in that, there was a picture of the questions from various specialties, and it generally has been given from Harrison only. Some questions are from super specialty topics, one or two that may also come up in main questions, because in the NEET SS pattern, which I gave in 2021 NEET SS that happened in January, the medicine part was really tough, because there were topics which were detailed questions from neurology, because there was a chunk of questions from neurology in medicine part. I had given the exam for endocrinology, but I came across questions from neurology and medicine part, a chunk of it. There was not an equal distribution of that. So there may be questions from super specialty topics, but there will be few, but it is generally covered in the question bank on question series that is giving in the DocTutorials.
So yes, Jayaditya has rightly pointed out, still there is uncertainty regarding what type of questions will come. Because when I gave my NEET SS exam 3 years back, so there was 70% were one-liners and rest 30% were case scenario based. Now the pattern has started to change, but in between there has been some variations. So it may depend on the examiner whether it is more of a one-liner or more of a case scenario. So whatever be the question pattern, we DocTutorial as a team is trying to equip to whatever type of questions that you have to face. So you'll be able to do that, because we are having a correct blend or an adequate mixture of all these type of questions, so that whenever you come across or any type of those question on your big day, you'll be able to answer without any fuss. So that, I think that's it then, Dr. Jayaditya. I'm really proud of you, and once again, congrats, big congrats for you, and please be in touch. Thank you.
Yes, sure, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.